Hello Persona fans and welcome back to Trinity Soul Tuesdays, the show where I cover an episode of Persona Trinity Soul every 2 weeks and encourage you all to watch along with me. When we last left off, Akihiko showed up. And when you think about it, that was pretty much it. On today's episode, tensions are high at Maison Maribito, as their supply of the Persona suppressors is running low. Those that haven't absorbed many Personas yet, like Saki, are fine, but for folks like Wakasa's twin brother Shiba, it's a little more difficult. But don't worry, they've got a plan to get a bulk shipment real soon. The gang is discussing whether or not they're ready to take on this task of using their Personas to stop the Maribito, when Inui calls them to a meeting with Akihiko and Ito. Akihiko wanted to give them more time to think this over, but we've kinda gotta move, like, now. So, to fill in a few blanks real quick, Hiragi Pharmaceuticals, the company that makes the Persona suppressors, worked with some organization to make these pills, even after research on them should have been shut down. Ryo and Eiko left evidence that proved this, and instead of taking legal action against them, Akihiko struck a deal with the president that they'd use these pills to lure out the Maribito, who don't know where to get the pills, as all previous deals had been conducted by Kujo, who you may recall got cut off a while back. Ito suggests that if the Maribito are about to die from the lack of pills, that we should just let them, but that could lead to even more civilian casualties or apathy syndrome victims. And unfortunately, it seems that the head of the board at Hiragi, Nagai, was seen carrying a large shipment out of a now-defunct lab, leading them to believe he's setting up an exchange with the Maribito. This is all very serious business, and Akihiko reminds the team that this is their decision to make, and no one is forcing them to use their Personas to fight. But, you know, if you don't, lots of people are totally gonna die. No pressure. Totally your call. Megami is still unsure, arguing that it's totally unfair for all of this responsibility to be dumped on them before storming off. Takuro also seems a bit unsure, but Shin, he's clearly made up his mind. Ryo was willing to do whatever it took to stop people from misusing the power of Persona, and he's willing to do the same. At the beef bowl shop, Takuro and Mayuri are enjoying their lunch break, and Takuro orders the Mega Beef Bowl from Aika Nakamura, which... Wait, crap, this is the wrong anime. Let me start over. Back in January of 2008, in the gap between Persona 3 and Persona 4... Too far back. So, both the good guys and the bad guys are getting ready to head to Yatsuo, where Nagai has set up the exchange with the Maribito. Narasaki has been trailing Nagai, but... yeah, I'm sure he's fine. Ito is driving Takuro and Shin to the area when their car is ambushed by Shiba and his persona, Yuchi Jingde. Which, quick aside, if you actually look into the backstory of him and Shinshubao, it's a pretty cool story, and is very fitting for these twins to have these dudes as personas. Nice work, Trinity Soul. Alright, well, if Shiba plans to stand in our way, Takuro, you got this? He don't got this. Shin tries to got this, while Ito has a brief, I don't know which one to shoot moment, which... now that I think about it, does kinda seem like a reasonable conundrum to have in this situation. Ah, f*** it. That was easy. Alright, let's go. So, Shin and Ito arrive at the school, and... that was the guy we were supposed to stop. Alright, well, the Maribito was one step ahead of us, again, and have already completed their exchange, having an entire sports utility vehicle worth of the pills now. In fact, they have so many pills that Saki doesn't even mind if a few crates fall out as she speeds off with them. Sotaro summons Gukyo, while this quiet dude, Taichi Udo, summons his persona... Evangelion? Oh, no, wait, it's Hair Mode. Narasaki gets woken up by Kanaro, which is nice of her, especially since nobody seemed to tell her anything about this, and if you're wondering how she got all the way out here, you're not alone, because she doesn't know either. Akihiko and Inui are in a helicopter and trying to find where Saki went, but she's able to avoid them thanks to the incredible strategy of turning off her headlights.
It's a ghost car!
We also see Shiba, who is not dead, clearly lasting longer than his brother did, try to eat one of his pills, when a warm glowing light of glowingness washes over him. Back at the fight, Abel is trying his best, but Shin just can't handle fighting two dudes at once. Sotaro attempts to rip Abel out of him, wondering if he'd gain his power in the process. Shin's entire that one memory flashes before his eyes when... As everyone closes in on the school, Jun steps in and summons Seth, revealing his true powers. While lacking combat abilities, the glowing glow light that Seth glows has the power to calm and purify personas. With a final burst of energy, Satoru says, "F*** that," and
What you say? That you're on the mad well, cause you what you say?
Alright, well, that guy doesn't have a persona anymore. While everyone is focused on Jun, the Maribito guys are able to flee, getting away just as Kanaro and Narasaki show up. Jun is bleeding out, and now Megami decides, "Hey wait, I'm coming too! I can still be useful!" Luckily, they missed Jun's vitals, but he's still badly injured, and now that they've got nothing left to lose, the Maribito will surely prepare an ambush in order to get back the pills they had to leave behind. So, just to recap here, Jun is wounded, the Maribito got away, they got most of the pills, and now we just have to wait for them to attack us. Gonna be honest, not the best night. Megami finally shows up, having contributed nothing so far, and decides to be helpful. She starts pounding on the door of a nearby house and reveals why she didn't want to come out to Yatsuo. You see...
ここ私の家なの
And that is where this episode ends. I thought this episode was pretty good overall. It's always nice to feel like the group is actually working towards something, and that's what this episode was all about. Each character had their own part to play, and we got to see more Persona action than ever up to this point. I'm genuinely excited to see where it goes from here. Those of you that are watching along at home, what did you think of this episode? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all again in 2 weeks. But for now, so long. On the next episode of Trinity Soul Tuesdays.